All right, everybody. So today I'm gonna take you guys with me on the journey of shooting a very high-end video for a website, for a landing page that we're gonna create. And I'm not gonna be using my smartphone for this video. I'm actually gonna be using this bad boy right here. I'm gonna show you what that is in just a minute. If you haven't noticed, we have rebranded everything now. It's not called Smartphone Filmmaking Pro anymore, but actually it's all named after myself. And yeah, we're also gonna be talking about shooting videos with professional cameras. I'm gonna talk about online marketing, entrepreneurship. So I really hope you guys enjoy this type of content as well. And yeah, in this video, I'm just gonna take you with me on the journey of setting up a very high-end interview setup, or basically, a setup where someone is talking into the camera. And yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through the whole process, and yeah, hopefully you can learn something along the way. I know for some of you guys, it is a little bit sad that we're not just using the smartphone anymore, but I hope that you're still gonna get value out of everything that we're doing, and we're hoping to make it as exciting as somehow possible and just take you a little bit behind the scenes on what is actually going on in the business and in the studio and stuff. So let's actually kick things off, and let's talk a little bit about the camera, the gear that we're gonna be using. So this is gonna be the camera of choice for this setup. This is our trusty Canon C70. We have been using this camera for over 3 years now, I think, up until this point. And yeah, we've shot all over the world with this, and it has been a very trusty player, and it has been working well. I'm having an adapter from the FE to EF lenses. This is a Sigma 35mm art lens, and on the top I'm having a Atomos Ninja 5, and yeah, this is already an XLR adapter. And I'm actually just gonna say, let's put that onto the tripod. Let's put the C70 onto the tripod, and let's actually see what the camera is seeing at the moment. All right, so this is what the C70 is currently seeing. I'm just gonna hit the record button so you can see this also on that camera. And yeah, this is actually, at the moment, this is not looking too good. It's obviously way too close. My head is cut off, and yeah, so there are a bunch of things that are not looking good, but we're actually just gonna change that. All right, so at the moment, the only thing I have changed is the position of the tripod. I moved it further back so that I'm having more space in the office. And another thing I'm gonna change is I'm gonna add a filter to the camera, because right now there is no filter, and I want to have a different image for the video. I want to have this more diffused and separated and professional video, or that feeling. And I'm gonna add a diffusion filter from Moment. Just gonna add that to the lens. And then, yeah, I might play around with this tube light that I have behind me. So this is gonna be the next couple of steps. And one more thing that I want to show you is this key light right here. This is a trusty key light that I have been using for years. This is the Aputure 120D. This is awesome to use. Has also been with me all over the world. It is a little bit big, and there are some updates already. There are some newer versions out there, but it's still working absolutely fine. All right, so let me show you the filter that I'm using. It's this filter from Moment. It's called the Camera Filter Cine Bloom Diffusion Filter. I have been using this in the past. This has this red ring around it, and this is a 77mm diameter. And the lens that I have on here is only, I don't know, 72 or something, so I have to use adapter rings. I'm just gonna screw that on here. With these adapter rings, you always need to make sure that they're not, that they're not too tight, because it might happen that they are getting stuck and you cannot, separate them. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, I'm just putting that on here, and it's just softening the highlights. You cannot see that super nice for now, but you're gonna see the difference later on. So next up, let's talk about audio, and this is what I'm gonna be using for audio. And this is something where I'm always having troubles whenever I'm traveling through an airplane, because this looks like, I don't know, a gun or something. I don't know what they think it is, like a sound dampener or whatever. There I'm always having troubles whenever I'm going through the security, but this is actually the microphone that I'm using. This is the RØDE NTG3, an absolutely lovely microphone. I have been using this one for over 3 years as well. This is all when we started our business. And yeah, this is whenever I need like the absolute best sound quality, I'm using this or the Shure SM7B. The one that I'm using right now, this is the Hollyland Lark Max. This is also awesome, but it's just no comparison compared to this. And I'm just gonna show you later on what the comparison is. So I'm also gonna be using this thing right here. This is is a big tripod from, what is it, Hercules. And I'm just gonna set this up and make sure that it's just out of frame. For the final shot, I need to change the position and also change the position of the light. But yeah, first up now, let's just set up the mic. Somewhat like this. And I always like to have, you know, my key light is gonna be on this side, and I always like to have the microphone coming from the other side. So I can expand this just like this, and then I can tilt this around. So something like this. I'm just gonna put that over to the other side. And then the goal is just to position this just so that it's just out of frame. So this is gonna be the main camera. You cannot see that at the moment, just over here. And yeah, I'm just setting up everything and just making sure that it's out of frame. And with these type of microphones, because compared to this one, you know, this always stays at the same position. With this one, you know, I'm always trying to get it as close as possible to the mouth of the subject, but I don't want to have it in the final shot. So yeah, this will be a little bit of a back and forth. Ideally, you have multiple people for this. I don't, so I have to just, you know, try it and see what it looks like in the final shot. All right, then as promised, here's a little bit of a sound comparison. What you're listening to right now, this is coming from the Hollyland Lark M2. This is what this microphone sounds like. And this is what the RØDE NTG3 sounds like into the C70. And this is also what the image is currently looking like. I think you can see what the diffusion filter is doing. I think the shadows here on this side are a little too harsh. I also think the blue is a little too bad at the moment. So I'm not super happy with the shot at the moment, but this is basically, can even make this sound even better probably, but this is basically the progress that we're working with at the moment. And this is basically, you know, we're just trying different steps. I mentioned before that I'm having this tube light. This is just out of shot right here. I might actually place this over this side right here and play around a little bit with that. We might also change the color on the background right here. Maybe turn that more into a teal instead of the super blue. I like that better probably. And then I might have, you know, on this side where my face is now really dark at the moment, I might place the tube light with an orange just to give myself a little bit of a, you know, of a color contrast. So this is probably what I'm gonna do. I might also turn off this light right here. I need to test that out. And yeah, comment down below what you think about the sound quality. Is it worth using a setup like this, or is this one good enough? Let me know what you think. Let me show you what this looks like right now. So this is the tube light here, just out of frame. Might actually place it in the shot, I don't know yet. This is something that I probably will need to watch on the bigger screen, because it's very hard to tell, like, is this looking good? Is it too much? Is it not good enough? I might also try to bring up the light here even a bit more so that I can turn down the overall exposure. Let me try that. Currently we are at 56. Let's turn that up to 70% brightness. And then I'm just gonna go here and add another layer of ND. Now the color contrast. Now the contrast as a whole is probably a little bit too much, I think. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, but in my opinion, this is probably a bit too much. So I'm just gonna bring that down again. 57, something like this. ISO up. ISO 800 is what I want. So yeah, it's now a little bit too dark. This is the beauty of using the C70, as it has built-in ND filters. So yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about that. But this is actually something that I think is gonna look good. Just gonna place that out of the shot just to see what this would look like. And now let's turn it off, just so that you guys can see what it would look like without this shot right here. So I think it does make pretty big difference. And yeah, this is probably the best that I can go with right now. But I'm just gonna, you know, take a look at this right now on the computer and see what I think about it. All right, so let's take a look at what this is looking like. I have my MacBook here. So this is the beauty of working in the own studio. I can just put in the SD card and just check it out, what it's looking like, and then decide how we're gonna go on from now. But now let me check that. All right, so taking a look on it on the MacBook has been very helpful, as I was noticing that leaving the brightness down actually does look better. I noticed that the sound is very good, and I am also also thinking about just putting the tube light, instead of just having it here on the stand, maybe just putting it into the corner, you know, into this corner right here. This is something that I'm just gonna try out. And also the positioning of like the height of the camera is not perfect yet. So these are a couple of minor things that I'm gonna change right now. And yeah, I think we're getting closer to having a really good look that I actually like and that we're gonna use for this video. So yeah, let's finally tweak the final bits and pieces here and there. All right, so here's another try I'm gonna have. Something like this, maybe. Not sure about that, to be honest. Again, this is probably something that I would need to check out on the big screen. I kind of like it. I'm also trying to turn off that light and just see how that looks. Yeah, but I feel without that light, something is missing, I think. So I think we're gonna need that one. Might also try to change the background or the space a little bit, give it more room to light more of the background. Yeah, something like this. I do kind of like that, to be honest. Then there was the positioning. What about that? I think that does look pretty good. Yeah, I just need to check that out on the big screen, and I'm also going to turn on the light here again, as I think this is probably just going to look a little bit better. But yeah, this is kind of like what I'm working with right now. I also did not like the white balance too much, so I might also change that, as I've now brought down the white balance a little bit. So yeah, this is the thing whenever you're trying to make something perfect, kind of like perfect, the chances are always that you're just gonna mess things up. So could also try to just lay that one down. Also something that I've seen quite often that I think looks quite good. Yeah, but now I'm just missing the light on this part of my face. So yeah, probably just gonna move that back over to this side, just out of frame. And yeah, this is probably what I'm gonna end up using. So let's bring that back. All right, so we're now back to what we had before, and I think this is probably what we're gonna use for the interview. I'm just gonna check that again, and then I would say, yeah, let's actually film this video and let's get this party started. All right, so after around half an hour or so, I think I'm now finally happy with the result that we were having. And I'm actually just gonna show you what the final result looks like. And this is what the final result looks and sounds like. I'm just gonna turn off this one right here. So yeah, this is what it looks and sounds like. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm doing a little bit too much with all of the lights and stuff that's going on. I don't know, I just wanted to give it a shot, and I have not been, setting up a setup like this for a very long time. So I just wanted to just try it out and see what it looks like. I have also been thinking about setting up a second camera angle with a close-up lens with like an 85 and a slider and stuff. Yeah, would also be awesome, but I think it's just not worth it for what I'm doing right now. Yeah, but this is what it looks like, this is what it sounds like, and this is actually what it takes to create an image that looks like this. Let me know down below what you guys think about the setup. Let me know what you guys think about this video style, this more, vlogging style type of video. As you can see, I'm not used to doing these kinds of videos, but it is actually a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for your support. For all of you guys that are still watching the videos, I appreciate that. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Let me know what you guys are interested in. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And I'll talk to you very soon.